Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone and all while. And shalom to all the brothers doing the work, Syrian truth. Yeah. It was an article in AP News, and yeah, it's funny as hell. Cause yeah, it's once again just another angle about Esau's working in this mark. Kind of similar to what do you call it? To like Neuralink, and I believe it's different. There's been a few of these different ones. There's been a few of them, man. But yeah. So, it says device taps brainwaves to help paralyzed man communicate. It says, well, in a medical first, researchers harnessed the brainwaves of a paralyzed man unable to speak and turned what he intended to say into sentences on a computer screen. Yeah. So that's something they've been working on. These things, that's essentially what Neuralink's been doing as well, where they were like, okay, they got the monkey, when they showed like the little video with the monkey moving, they jammed that chip in his brain, and then they were measuring like what different brainwaves did what. It's Esau trying to basically break down, how it all works, and then work it to his favor. So that says what? It will take years of additional research, but the study reported Wednesday marks an important step towards one day restoring more natural communication for people who can't talk because of injury or illness. And that's a big part of how Esau's getting people on board with what do you call it? With this this whole brain thing. One angle is saying you're gonna be a superhuman, you're gonna be the biohacking, you're gonna be like a cyborg, and the other is saying it's gonna aid X, Y, Z, which you have to fit like. And these elites ain't caring about people who can't talk, people who can't move. It's essentially a good justification for people to not get alarmed whilst they're developing it, and for them to be on side, for them to think, oh, okay, this is something that's only for their benefit, and not really think about the downsides, which they really don't. So most of us take for granted how easily we communicate through speech. Really stopping there. That helps. Most of us take for granted how easily we communicate through speech, said Dr. Edward Chang, a neurosurgeon at the University of California, San Francisco, who led the work. It's exciting to think we're at the very beginning of a new chapter, a new field, to ease the devastation of patients who lost that ability. Yeah, it's just, it's all part of Esau, guys who be funding this and basically pushing this forward. It's all these Edomites are essentially trying to be like the Most High, man. That's really what they're what Esau's trying to achieve. He's trying to be like, okay, look, the Most High made this guy jacked up. but I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna circumvent that, and that's that's Esau's pride. So it says what today people who can't speak or write because of paralysis have very limited ways of communicating. For example, the man in the experiment, who was not identified to protect his privacy, used a pointer attached to a baseball no uses a pointer attached to a baseball cap that lets him move his head to touch words or letters on a screen. Other devices can pick up patients' eye movements, but it's frustratingly slow and limits substitution for speech. Tapping brain signals to work around a disability is a hot field. In recent years, experiments with mind controls prosthetics have allowed paralyzed people to shake hands or take a drink using a robotic arm. Yeah, so it's like I said, it's a hot field. Everyone's jumping in it, and it's they say whatever levels of they get into, they're doing, and it's always a justification of it's for the aid, it's for the help, it's for this, it's for that, but really it's like there's a lot more. No, it's more Esau trying to break these things down, and then he's really trying to essentially looking to replace the Most High through them technology, man, through the means. That's what that's what he's working towards, but it right, ain't gonna work out that way, mate. And Esau's got his bounds, man. He's only gonna get so far. He ain't gonna be utilizing technology and making people levitate with his mind, man. Look, Esau's shit. It's got his bounds, man. Like the guy, you can get into space, get into the stratosphere. You can set up certain things there. You can put up satellites. You can do other little things. But ain't like he's on the level of the chariots, man. So when Yahushua returns, gonna go to war, and it's gonna be a wrap. Revelation 13:16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah. Yeah. That's that's what Esau's looking to do, man. He's looking to get that mark on people's foreheads and their hands, man. And that's people are gonna be rushing to take it, man, because you got tied up in the treatment for this thing that's going around. You got tied up in what do you call it? In so-called treating paralysis, treating a variety of of illnesses. There's all forms of ways of how he's looking to push us onto the people. And hey, people, more than anything, people are caught up in the web, the mindset of this place is everything Esau pushes out. It's all for some glorious, glamorous future. That's what they're thinking when they see these things on YouTube. They see things getting announced. They see they're like, oh yeah, before long we're gonna be able to put this in the body. You're gonna have robotic arms. You're gonna be lifting $1 million man. You're gonna be lifting up cars, with cyborg arms and shit like that. But Esau will get to a certain extent with those things, but it's not gonna be for the general public. It's gonna be for Esau's super soldiers that he's going to be using to keep people in check, man. Because it's all about control. It's all about that New World Order, man. But yeah. I'll leave it there. Shalom. Yabashim Shah, Bashim Kakadash Bakta. Shalom.